now you guys don't realize what I'm doing over here. Yeah, I'm gonna throw weird at you every now and then. Ching. All right, just waiting for my start up here. I am definitely connoisseur of stupid. I love it. Okay, so I just don't understand why that is. Alrighty, so lighting wise, this is, I think, I'm not sure what I have set up here a little bit. Okay. Oh, I just started playing with color and whatnot. So this is that 4-point lighting system. Maybe I'll bring the lights down a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to individually turn these off, and we can take a look at just their impact. I'm going to turn them all off except for my blue one, and it'll seem like it's at night. And so that's kind of like, again, there's no such thing as absolute total darkness unless you're in a cave. And after watching that one show with the circus, I was like, man, I wonder what the circus lighting would be like. Okay, now I lowered mine. You're going to notice mine's a little bit lower on my, I just was testing it out to see what I could get by moving that down just a little bit. And I believe I've turned up, okay, so now we're going to see what I get here. Now, one of the things that I was most annoyed about was my eyes. I just, for some reason, and you can't really get a lot of low light, extremely low light shots of the eyes, but I still felt like, God damn, my eyes don't seem too bright. But I guess they really aren't. They're pretty light contamination. But that's what I just have a fairly little contaminated amount of blue in there, and man, it looks a lot different on my monitor, but it looks like it's at night. So I just need that one little shot, and that's filling that little area in. So we'll take a look at what my values are. I have that at 0.432. Look at that blue color. Just a little contamination of what blue would be. You know, kind of trying to take that into consideration. Not dark blue, it's kind of a cyan, but it still wants some light. All right, now I'm going to store that.
What view is that in your copy?
Always use your perspective view for render, because otherwise you don't get, it's false. It's not real.
I know, I'm just talking about the top left, but it's just to figure out where it is.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like a default. Okay, so then I'm just going to turn on my backlight, and maybe I'll put that backlight white just because. Alright. And let's say 1. Oops. Maybe. That might have not matched up. I might have messed up in the movie now. Yeah. Now, what I've already started to do is, you're going to see this messed up UV, but I'm already modeling that in. I'm grabbing the edges, extruding that in to get that thickness around my eye. I haven't touched this whole other side is wrong. I may not have mirrored it, I'm just leaving there for the sake of it. But I've really started to pull this in, and you're going to notice there's a huge amount of space. The eyeball should not go edge to edge. There is a huge gap in here where there's a lot of space, and there's a flap of meat that's right by the corner that comes out. Now, that's one thing that can take into consideration, and when I set up my backgrounds for modeling, I have it so that I can see, it is not matched up perfectly on this left side. I quit kind of paying attention to this for now, and I'm focused just on this one. But I have this eye open, and I know exactly where to line that up. It tells me the exact size my eye should be, because I match up that iris size. But right in here, there's actually a good amount of space between the ball and the meat. So there's some stuff in there. All right? There's a point at which I quit using the images because they fail me. The more I try to make it match, almost it seems more alien it becomes. So then you've got to shift and say, you got to use a little intuition. And use the perspective view, and you're doing this. This is your motion. You're moving it around. See how that highlight tells me so much about that, about the form? I'm moving around. See, I have a subtle bulge in here? See that? I have a bulge in here. Same with underneath here. That's that part that I was talking about. I could definitely need to, I still need to work it, no doubt about it. Especially up into this zone. I also need to extrude, because look how paper thin my nose is. That needs to come out. But it doesn't matter. I moved ahead, I mapped it, I did my UVs. On my extrusion, when you look into this area right in here, you can actually see where the UVs are jacked up. Doesn't matter. I just need to select those faces and then just reflatten them and paint that. It doesn't screw the whole thing up. Just in case you didn't know that. So you can still come in, put new cuts in, you just have to fix that UV area. So I moved as far forward, and now I'm looking at problems that as I got it to a point where I felt like, I'll see you guys challenge me and I'll move you, and see where I can get it. So, but right now you can kind of see I've got really decent subsurface scattering happening here. These views have undos? Do views have undos? Yeah, previous. That should get me back where I want to go, I think. That might be where we started. think that's where we were. All right, and yeah, I'm still kind of looking. I'm kind of made out of wax a little bit in here, so that needs to be painted. That specular highlight would have to be painted to really get that. So let me see what I get here. I have this spill. That's a matter of how I'm setting my lights. What's the depth and how many rays do I got going on? So, see that effect? See how much that sculpts it? How important that is? It really starts to sculpt that back side of the head. And I'm just going to slowly increase all of them. Oh, this one. Yeah. Now, the only impact that I'm having, and it is could use some setting. This is almost to the point where I need to paint these ways too. But the only thing I'm really getting a benefit from is, did I not save that last time? You can see just on this edge right here and here, does it make a little bit of a difference. But you know what? It makes a difference. Because, well, you can't see it without the sculpture light. But it actually, now I can see the edge of the face. It's so subtle. But it sculpts it so that it shows up. And if I do want to move around the head, it's going to do what my left side's doing. It's taking care of that. And then I'll just put my key light in. All right, and then I'm going to put in an advanced lighting. Am I over? Yep. I'm going to make the stage slightly lighter. And I'm going to bump that up to 1. And then we'll see that. Oh. So when you do go at it, set up one light at a time. Turn all the other lights off. And just nail that one light and look at that one light. And do them individually and then turn them all on. Alright, and then I'm just going to real quick turn on, say, the other lighting. This is just out of the box. This is just one click. And I'm not sure what my quality, I think my quality set to high. So, bam, physical sun. And this is where I'm going to just kind of judge it, and then I would come in and tweak my light setup. Now, if I was better at scripting, I'd set up a script, so all I had to do is dial one little slider, and it's going to bring that whole entire light rig down equally. So, that's a little too much. That's too reflective. That's why, okay, so how do I know that? Well, shit, I should not be getting all of these colors in that skin. That's how I know that my skin is actually too reflective. It's picking up too much. And I couldn't tell that until I put it in an environment. Because black is not being reflected in the skin, so I can't tell as much about it until I do things like this. So by testing my head out in different situations is going to inform my shader settings and make it so I have to still go back and adjust. So, and then I'm just going to throw that one last one in there and we can go about. So it plays a hell of a lot nicer with the HDR, but look at how glossy that head is. It's really obvious now. Right? Look at that. It's crazy reflective. But you never saw that until I put it in an environment. So changing it up, you want something that's going to look good in every single one of those lighting options. And then you know you nailed it. That's how you test your stuff. You say, I don't want to put HDR, I'm going to put that one raw, I'm going to do it in blacken your building. Then to come in and analyze it. The lighting's pretty damn good. Boy, those eyes, I'm bothered by it. I almost feel like, and I've worked over and over on these eyes. I feel like they're just too bright. Don't they seem too bright? Yeah. All right. Well, that's where we're at today. That I should see much more improved lighting systems by Thursday. Okay. And get your shaders done, guys. Okay. If need be, just put some regular old eyes in there, but shaders next.